Hello, good evening, world. This is Dr. Carolyn Anderson, your international director for the MMBA pageant, the USA Global pageant, and the World Global pageant, which is our newest international pageant. I'm so excited about today. It's actually our anniversary day. So the 9th of every month is our anniversary day where we get to celebrate. And so I want to thank you so much for joining us. We're so excited again that you are with us this evening. If you can share this video out, let people know what city, what state, and what country they're watching us from. And we will give you shout outs because we do have team members and national title holders who are joining me here today. So like I said, the 9th of every month is our anniversary month. And I believe we're celebrating 18 months of being an actual pageant. So we launched February 9th, 2019 in New York, where I was a model in the New York Fashion Week. That's the day that the pageant became live. We had, I believe, 3 or 4 Mr. and Mrs. because the pageant started out as just Mrs. Black America. Then, of course, me being the person I am, I'm like, well, if there's a Mrs., there has to be a Mr. And so we added the Mr. division, the husband and the wife. Then we had the Ms. division, which are for 26 through 60 or 59, and then the senior division from 60 thereafter for those Estherites who are in waiting for the king. And of course, the Mr., which is the unmarried male. And we are so excited today because we will be showcasing our first prince in our pageant, and he's going to tell you all about the many wonderful things that is forthcoming for him this upcoming year. So stay tuned with us this evening. We are thrilled, we're happy, we're excited. We have amazing announcements that will be coming forth. You will get to hear from our national title holders reigning from South Florida, as well as Mississippi and Illinois. And we have we have so many announcements this evening. We are also going to be talking about the Crowning of a Nation, which is our newest event that is coming up. It is a royal affair, September 20th, 2020 in Brookfield, Wisconsin. That's geographically Milwaukee. So all roads lead to Wisconsin, September 20th. At 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, we will be crowning many from the east, the west, the north, and the south who are state title holders as well as national ambassadors. And we have some surprises because I always have surprises. No one really know about them except maybe my husband, and sometimes not even him. So we're excited. We're thrilled. I'm going to give Facebook a chance and YouTube. I have this streaming all over the many different social media platforms. So I'm going to give it a moment for the algorithm to go forth so that our queens and kings and ladies and highnesses and royalties and prince and princesses will have an opportunity to share this out, start their watch party. So do me a favor again, just let me know what city, state, and country you are watching us from. Good evening. We have our Miss Kimberly Rome, who is Ms. Mississippi. Let me tell you something about Mississippi. We have our Mrs. Black America Senior who will be joining us momentarily. And Mississippi is on fire, not like burning up. Well, they are hot down there because it is the South, but they are on fire. I believe Mississippi right now is the full, what we call a full platform or a full division. So they have your the Mr. and Mrs. Senior, they have a Mr. and Mrs., they have a Ms., and now Mississippi will go down in history as the state to have the first of all, the first senior. Secondly, the first Mr. I've been wanting an unmarried man in this pageant because I got some single ladies that I'm trying to hook them up with. You see what I'm saying? So there's always a purpose behind everything that I do. I am an ordained minister, so I need to marry some people. It is a vision and a goal of mine that we will marry off the Mr. with the Ms., and they have to enter the following year and become Mr. and Mrs. And with, it can be an ambassador. They don't have to do the competition. And then when they have their babies, they grow up and they become, juniors and princesses and preteens and all that kind of stuff. This is a family affair. Long live the king and the queen. We are in this forever. And so Mississippi will be earning a special badge and medal from us. And we are so super excited. This just says Facebook user, but it says massive congratulations, everyone. Let me guess. It's another person from Mississippi. The one who always says this is King James King and his beautiful wife, Natasha. And so that's normally whenever you see the word massive, you can just bet and rest assured that it's Mr. and Mrs. King, who you'll be hearing from as well this evening. So we're excited to have them join us. They are our national ambassadors and just amazing royal family, royal couple. And so we have Peoria in the house. So Illinois is in the house. So those of you who are in the virtual green room, if you just go ahead and share out again this video, start the watch parties. Let's just, let's not blow up Facebook, but let's just make this become so super viral. We're excited this evening. We're happy. We are I believe the only pageant. It's unique to us. So we're doing the crowning of a nation, and we'll talk more about that. So welcome. Thank you so much. I see our Mr. Hersey is on here. He's one of our biggest supporters. He does a lot of sharing. Yeah, Kathy, go Mississippi, go. Greetings, royalties from Ms. Black America. We also have Mrs. and Mr. Black America that will be on here as well. And so we're excited. I believe Carrie Ann is on here as well, who will be joining our pageant as well. So we have some amazing things that happened last weekend. We showcased, you know what? I didn't start my watch party. I do this all the time. All right, just a moment. Hold, please. When you call somebody and they say, hold, please. Excited about the pageant. Let me see. Okay, yes. Don't talk to me right now. Let me go on do not disturb. I can't be disturbed right now. Yes, I know the rainbow with my kids. We have a huge rainbow out there. Oh my God, I look really good. I'm looking at myself. I look like light. Let your light so shine that men may see your good works and glorify the Father which is in heaven. So let me share this out now. Let me let people know I am live. Let me go here and start my watch party. Just bear with me. Oh boy, start. Uh-oh. Yeah, I want to start my watch party, but let me turn the sound down. Start watch party. All right, my party has started. Life is good. We are excited. We are happy. We have mega, massive announcements to make this evening. We are calling forth our leaders to join our pageant to be an example and a pillar of hope for our young males and females in the Black, brown, biracial, Hispanic, Asian, minority communities. We're looking for you to lead and to be the leader. We're more than just talk. We are a pageant with a purpose. As a matter of fact, you don't even have to do anything. What I mean by that is you don't have to create something new when you join our pageant. We want you to use already what you've been doing, whether you're a life coach, you are an engineer, a designer, an entrepreneur, a doctor, a lawyer, engineer. We are calling for the leaders, the executives, the staff, the employees. We're looking to you to lead the states, to lead the nation, to be an example so that you can shine and you can showcase your profession, your talent, your abilities, so that our young people have someone they can look to say, you know what, I can be like that. I can be that next, physician. I can be that next designer. I can be that next entrepreneur. I can be that next clinical social worker. I can be that next, I don't know. I don't even know what to call Kathy. Kathy's like a serial entrepreneur, not killer, serial entrepreneur, which means a philanthropist, which has just mega multiple things that is happening. And she'll talk about some of those this evening. I know she recently launched She Shops Us, which has always been something she desired to launch. And when I speak with Kathy, I'm gonna let her share about how the pageant really became this catapult and this open window, this open door to so many dreams, desires, and aspirations that she's had for so long, and we are so thrilled and excited to have her join. My husband will be joining me here also momentarily. Shanita, thank you so much, Shanetta, excuse me, for joining us. Of course, we have Mr. Haynes that is here with us. So our first guest that we're going to bring to you is our very first, is she the first crownee? I believe so. Or did we do the senior division first? Well, we're going all the way to Florida. So this evening, we are going to do some superimposing. So we are going to do some fast drops. So we're going to go to Florida. We're going to go to Mississippi. We go to Illinois. Where else are we going this evening? I think those are the 3 states, and Wisconsin. And we might go down to Georgia, because we have our Ms. Georgia and our Mr. and Mrs. Georgia who recently joined our pageant. So we're excited for that. So we're going to bring on our first crownies, which are hailing all the way and reigning from Florida. And we have Mr. and Mrs. Black America, Antonio and Donna. How are you guys?
We're doing great. How are you?
How are you?
We are awesome. You look magnificent as usual, Miss Donna. I want some braids. I see everybody getting braids. I want some braids. How long did it take?
Oh, not long. Maybe 2 hours.
Oh, that's not bad. I thought it was an all-day thing.
No. These are the crochet hair.
Oh, okay. So those are easier, because that's just like it doesn't stress out your hair.
No.
And it's almost like matching the same color of your hair, your natural hair color. Yeah. So Tony, life's been good, huh?
Life's been great.
Yeah, I see. You got the beard going and everything.
You actually could have seen me a little bit earlier today. I actually shaved it down. It was really bushy.
Did Donna make you do that?
No, actually, she was enjoying the look.
Yeah, I did. I saw it. It was a little rough. You like it, right? Looking all rugged, like, oh yeah, that's my man.
Yeah.
I saw you on a couple lives. I'm like, okay, that's swag. I like it. That's good. So, guys, you remember the moment. It's not even a year yet. You guys just got crowned in October, and you started off as Mr. and Mrs. Florida. In fact, let me quickly share a video, because one of the reasons why we changed our national crowning from this September, the 20th, and to make it more of an event, which is the crowning of a nation, is because prior to the nationals, we all contestants and ambassadors had the opportunity to be able to shine. So you guys were in parades, some were on television. There were a lot of events. There was not, I don't believe, not one single person in any division last year that didn't have an opportunity to have some kind of press release, some kind of exposure. But because of COVID, I just didn't feel like it was fair for us to host a national pageant in September when no one really got a chance to shine. So I'm gonna share my screen and share this video. It better work, because I tried it before. And so we want this to work. Oh, let me see. Doing it again. Let me close you. Okay, here we go.
This is your Mr. and Mrs. Florida. We're representing our home state of Florida, and we are in the 4th of July parade at Margate. Peace and love.
So I'm going to show that again. So
this is your Mr. and Mrs. Florida. We're representing our home state of Florida, and we are in the 4th of July parade at Margate. Peace and love.
Awesome.
That was a balancing act, as you can tell.
I know, right? So you were just Mr. Florida there, and let me see if Donna's is going to work. So let me try this again, because I want to show hers as well. We're having fun tonight, so let me see. Come on, work with me now.
Let's see. Okay, we're on our way. I'm actually on the float, and we're heading down to the location where we will join the parade. I'm super excited. Mrs. Florida here, Donna Lindsay, just wanting to greet you on this beautiful, beautiful 4th of July Thursday morning on the float with Tommy Lozano. And we are about to have a fantastic time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So that's when you guys were Mr. and Mrs. Florida. You had the opportunity to be on the float. And that was the 4th of July parade.
Yeah.
And I know you had so many photo things, you had so many speaking engagements and so many different things that you guys were a part of. So I'm just going to have you share with everyone. I'll just decrease for a moment. I'll give you, about 60 seconds to share and let everyone know about your, the journey and why they should become a part of our organization, because there's so many young men and women who need an example to look forward to. So I'll give you the floor and I'll just decrease for a moment. All right.
Okay. You want me to start?
Sure.
Okay. So this has been an amazing opportunity. As a young lady, as a woman, I have grown tremendously, moving from where I was to the ranks of becoming Mrs. Black America, starting off as Mrs. Florida and having no idea, Mr. and Mrs. Florida, and having no idea that we would be sitting here before you now as Mrs. Black America. We've had the opportunity to meet a lot of different people. Actually, that video that was just shown, we were actually riding on that float with the mayor of the city of Margate, which is an up and coming city here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And not only was the mayor present, the vice mayor was present, some of the commissioners were there. They literally rolled out the red carpet for us. So it was an amazing experience for us to be a part of that. In addition, there have just been doors that have opened up as a result of us being a part of the pageant, speaking engagements, individuals reaching out to me, wanting to sponsor things and give away things. And it's just an interesting transition going from being someone who is a woman of purpose and destiny and it being done in secret. And then when you're thrusted into the light and now your purpose and your destiny as a couple can begin to shine. I know with Antonio, he's, into mentoring. And so he's done a lot with that, but I'll let him share his piece with regards to you and how the
it was a special thing that you just said as far as the pageant itself. We don't want anyone to come in thinking that they have to invent themselves or do something other than what they've been doing, because myself, I work in the school system. I'm an assistant principal. I also coach my son's football team, whereas there's lots of young men that are looking for mentors, looking for father figures or someone that they could look up to. And, in this day and age, there are so many negative things out there that the boys can get involved in. But if you keep them on the straight and narrow by keeping them focused on something that they're interested in and being a listening ear for them, then that was something that I found within myself that I could bring to the pageant. So that's what I did.
Yeah. So when we talk about, why would you want to be a part? We are bigger than just a beauty pageant. A lot of people tend to look at us and they say, oh, that's such a handsome couple. Yeah, we are. But outside of that, we are people of purpose. We are people that are moving towards destiny. And that's what the Mr. and Mrs. Black America pageant is all about. It's a pageant with a purpose.
Right. Absolutely. And yes, your platform is already what you come in with. That's the cool thing. I've been in pageants before where I had to pick a platform that was something that's within their sphere. So not something that I was already doing. And what that does is actually create like a second job or a third, in my case, or fifth. So we are so excited that we love that you guys were already speakers and purpose driven, and Tony already working with the youth, because we just want it to be amplified, not reinvent the wheel. So yes, we're so excited to have you guys. You represent us so well, those amazing smiles. And there's actually it's like a tradition that's forming now, because I'm Jamaican, Donna is, and now Mrs. Florida, the new Mrs. Florida, is also Jamaican. So it's just like, okay, we're having the island flavor that's happening and going forward. And we're in the month of celebrating Jamaica's Independence Day. So that's really kind of cool. All right. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you guys. I'll have you go in the virtual green room while I bring on Mrs. Black America Senior, that Kathy and your sister Queen. So thank you again so much, guys. Thank you.
All right.
All right, Kathy, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm wonderful.
Oh,
Life
okay.
life is great.
Where's my second husband?
He had to pick up our daughter from the
He sure
hospital.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want people to know that you have a husband.
Oh yeah. An amazing husband.
He is. He is. He's an amazing husband, an amazing doctoral student, an amazing bishop, and he got a lot of things going on. So, Kathy, we were just talking with your sister queen, Lady Donna and Antonio. You got to see their video. I know also that you had a chance to be on television actually a couple times, and now just like taking over. You have Soma Coaching, which you can share your website. You have the shopping, She Shops Us, which is like your t-shirt and clothing line. You are doing, I see you doing some cooking, but you got to leave that up to your daughter. So she's the one with the catering. And you're a doctoral student and will be graduating with that degree. So many windows, doors, and opportunity just catapult from what was prior to the pageant, just seeming like it was a slow move, not really sure of the access and the avenue. And I want you to let someone know who's watching today, because sometimes some of the feedback I get is, I don't have time for the pageant because it's what do I have to do? Is there all, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, actually, the pageant will actually allow you to do more with less time, because now the sash and the crown, it speaks for you. And so for the men, they have their stole, which looks like this, that Tony is wearing. It speaks for you. It announces who you are. So tell the folks how it's been like in Mississippi, what it's been like to be a national title holder, and how some of this is an answer to prayer.
Well, it's definitely an answer to prayer, Dr. Carolyn. And I can say that prior to being a state title holder for the MMBA pageant, I did have a very busy schedule. And it was like when this opportunity came, I pulled back, but I heard the voice of God says, move forward in it. And because of this, and I can honestly tell you and tell the world, because I obeyed God in doing this,
absolutely,
everything that I have been doing in the past and everything that I'm currently doing now has like tripled, but my days are not overwhelming as it was in the past. And I just believe because God opened more doors, I'm able to handle the new doors that God has opened. And this pageant has even afforded me the opportunity to step in certain doors as Mrs. Black America Senior, which I love, just serving people in our community. I love serving people wherever I'm called to do, in whatever platform I've been called to. So it doesn't matter your age. I tell people all the time, God can use you at any age.
Sure can.
You be willing to accept the call when he calls your name and say, will you dare to go into this door and be my queen?
Right.
And so I thank you guys for opening this opportunity up for us.
Absolutely. And you said something really key. Your yes has actually amplified more doors and windows. And so for those who are procrastinating or saying, I'm not a pageant girl, none of us were. And so, but we became that, because we are more than just a pageant that's just showcasing beauty. That is a part of it, or the very great, handsome men and men that are coming to us, and young men. But we're so much more, because we're purpose driven. Everything that we do, every live that we're doing tonight has a purpose. Every time you guys go live, whenever you show up in your sash and crown, I know you have a major event coming up where you will have some of your sister kings and queens there with you, celebrating about the Mississippi Awards that you have. And our pageant will be doing something very special during that awards, which we'll be sharing with you, because you have, I believe, have gotten the most individuals purpose driven into our pageant. You have the first Mr. Division, which we're going to be talking with today. The Mr. and Mrs. Ambassador, Ms. Ms. Mississippi right now. Currently, you referred as well as Mr. and Mrs. Mississippi. The cables, cable connection is what we call them. You actually refer them. They're also in our school. We have a lot of doubles. So we have a lot of individuals who are in Kyle International University in the pageant, and some that's also a part of the Mega Life Club. And so we're very excited. Thank you so much, Kathy. And then when I bring on our big announcement for our prince, I'm gonna bring you back just really quick. So hang out in the green room, okay?
Thank you.
Awesome. We are gonna go down to we're gonna go down to Illinois right now and bring up our very own Ms. Black America. Welcome, Lady Genesis. How are you?
I am wonderful. What an explosive evening. I'm so excited.
Me too. I know. I'm so excited. I was just like, my children right before I came on Genesis, they were like, Mom, a double rainbow. I'm like, hold on. Let me go do my Noah's Ark moment. So in my video, when I was videoing the rainbow, I'm like, oh no, I got to go live. It was like 30 minutes. So yeah, we're excited.
I saw one rainbow yesterday. So
Isn't that amazing?
Yes, it was amazing.
He's confirming his covenant with us.
Yes.
Saying, I got you. This is me saying that, I got you. We it's renewal of the covenant. We've been talking about rainbows in Summer Academy, right?
Yes.
And so guess what? We have the crowning of a nation.
Woo!
That is up. And it's actually a Hebrew New Year that weekend, because our president also operates according to the Hebrew calendar as well as the Gregorian calendar. It's going to be some fancy dancing, some crownings. It's going to be glam and glitz and just this camaraderie of just amazing individuals who have never met before, but we are going to become a one big happy family.
Right.
So you were Miss Illinois. As a matter of fact, I have something that I can share. Let me see if it's going to work, Genesis. I have, I better work. I have the moment where, let's see.
2019, Ms. Black America is Genesis Hall.
So Genesis, it took me a while to put that crown on, girl. Your mother say, and I know she's on. She was like, "Yeah, that's my baby." And I know your brother was there too, right? And you had some other family or friends.
My brother, my family. I mean, we had all kinds of generations that showed up, all generations throughout my family. So it's just amazing.
It has been. What has this journey been like for you, Genesis, so far?
It has been legacy shifting, mind blowing. It has been amazing just to even come into alignment with what royalty means and how that has shifted mindsets, not even just for myself, but even in my family, to see what God has been doing with this platform, and then also shifting things in my community as well. And so as one of the other queens stated about this too, to be able to be a servant leader in the community and to see what this does to shift lives. I have so many people who come and say, "Oh my gosh, I thank you. I wanted to have a positive role model for my foster daughter or for my adoptive daughter or for my biracial daughter." And it's just been, to get those inboxes and to see how lives are being changed in our community. It's just been phenomenal. I mean, literally, I've had children who said, "Wow, if you can do it, then my identity is changing. I know that I am royal too." And to have that being written and just on stone, as I would say, to see when individuals move from a mindset of
Mhm.
feeling that they're not good enough to be
Right.
placed in the position of royalty and to know that royalty is in their DNA. It's just, I mean, this has been amazing and phenomenal.
I
It really has.
And there are some of you, like you know, I told this to James and Natasha already. There are some of you that this is a lifetime thing. There's nobody's going anywhere. You know, Kathy, Donna, all, you know, it's cool. Everyone that's in right now is such a family. We've been praying for each other. We went through COVID together, thick and thin. And now we are prepping and getting ready to just crown a nation to be a representation and to come against coronavirus.
That's right.
The crowned virus, but we are instead are going to crown individuals at what we call a coronation. So we're crowning a nation, and I'm really excited about the event. I'm even more excited because now those who are in the pageant, including you guys, the national title holders, will have the opportunity to actually do more of your reigning, to be able to shine more. And with that being said, so we are excited because tonight we have a big announcement. We have our very first Ms. Black America Senior. So
okay, let me calm down.
I know, let you calm down. Who you actually referred in, and she also hails all the way from Illinois, and we are bringing on Ms. Look at her, she got her title and everything, you know, Ms. Black America Senior. Welcome, Lady Linda Randall. How are you?
Dr. Carolyn, I'm doing wonderful. Greetings, Genesis, again.
Greetings again.
I know. So on the application, our team said to me, because it goes through a team, the person applies, it goes through this process, we do all these background checks and all these things, and then before it gets sent to the person, I see it. So in there, it said, you said, Miss Randall, you were like, I'm an introvert. And we were like, okay, we're about to turn her out.
Turn her out.
So we're so excited to have you. You will be crowned on the 20th of September in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Well, Brookfield, but geographically Milwaukee. We're so happy that you said yes, Well, Genesis is a hard person to say no to. You can
she said, oh, maybe next year. I said, no, you are positioned for promotion. This is that time right now. And I said, when you say yes, just like Queen Kathy said, everything else is going to work out. So she said yes. And look at her now.
Look at her now.
Look at her now.
The crown, and this is your crown, by the way. So just so you know, it's beautiful. It's 6 inches tall. So it's beautiful because that's who I know you may have gone through things over the course of your life, but God wants you to know that you are royalty.
That's right.
And you are chosen, and you never know, because I mean, you didn't know 6 months ago that you were going to be holding this title, but look at the Father. And so how so far, how have you been feeling? Like, are you nervous? Are you excited? Well, I know you're excited, but I can't wait to meet you in person. And we're so happy for you because now you're a national title holder, and you know, God just take you from no titles to giving you a national title. How has that been for you so far?
I tell you, it's been truly breathtaking. And for me, it's just like the word of God coming alive. I was sharing with Genesis, there was a prophecy I got, probably about over 10 years ago. And the Lord said, you're going to step into a different spiritual platform and launch into a new phase of ministry. And so I'm looking at this, I'm like, Lord. And so my passion has always been to see women's lives transform. And I've been doing women's ministry for about 20 years.
Right.
Wow, it's just beyond. But the word of the Lord was, you'll be astounded at what I'm about to do.
I'm telling you, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard. It's going to be absolutely amazing because when he blesses, right, no one can curse. So whatever he has his hand upon, and he's the one that said, hey, I need this pageant to get going because I need to know and others to know that there is royalty in our DNA, as Genesis love to say. And we've been saying that and want to showcase and have our young women and men and even women that are your age and my age and Genesis' age and my daughter's age to be able to see examples that are not on television, that are not the celebrities. You know, they need to see women and men who are going through life and facing it head on. And that's who you represent. Just the quality of elegance and the quality of one who is authentic and real and has gone through, and now you get to shine and showcase your leadership. So we're so super excited to have you. And so we just want to thank you again for saying yes. Thank you. And God is saying to you, thank you also for saying yes, for being a light in the state, in the nation, because that's who you are. You're national Lady Randall. Now, is Genesis, is she related to the Randall that I knew?
She is not, but we ended up being on a team together for a weight release journey. And yeah, myself and the other Randall. So, and no relation, they found out.
Crazy, because when I saw that, I was like, oh, okay, I know daughter, and I know granddaughter, maybe.
No.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna have you guys go back in the virtual green rooming and hang out there. And thank you so much again, Genesis. Thank you, Ms.
Dr. Carolyn. Yes,
yeah, Linda Randall.
truly appreciate you. Really do. Seriously, this is amazing. Thank you.
Awesome. Sure. All right, so I see we have our national ambassadors, Mr. and Mrs. King, who are joining us here again from Mississippi. So we are going to bring them on, and we're also going to bring on our other ambassador, Clarice, momentarily. And then we have our big surprise for our first prince in our pageant, and he famous, y'all. And so get ready, like Bishop T.D. Jakes would say. He almost looked like Bishop T.D. Jakes' son, Dexter, just a slight resemblance. So good evening, Kings. How you doing? I think you're on mute. So it shows me that you're.
There we go.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. How you guys doing?
We would be on mute.
Y'all was back there messing. These two, I tell you, they're always doing something, always up to something. And it's always great smiles to see you all. Mr. and Mrs. So last year, you guys, there was not a Friday where you did not patronize or showcase a business in the greater part, where in your community. And so you would travel different places. You even went, I believe, to the governor's mansion, right? Or you went somewhere to some house that is like, like big deal. And one person said to you, oh my God, you look like a queen. And you said, I am. And they were like, no, for real. And you're like, I am. And so that really stuck out with me. And it's one of the reasons, Kings, why I decided that amongst our team that we needed to push out the nationals to next year, do the crownings this year, because those opportunities and stuff that you guys did and just showing your community. And one lady in particular, I think it was a sweets place. They were so excited that you just embraced them with your presence. What has this journey been like for you guys? I'm gonna decrease and just let you guys take over for a minute and just share about the journey for you guys as King. Well, you go ahead and just share.
But absolutely, it's been an amazing journey. Like so many others said, that we weren't pageant, we weren't a pageant girl, or this wasn't the pageant guy. But it was just an amazing. Maybe you were, I don't know. Maybe that was your jump off. I don't know. But it was just something that we saw, a vision that was cast that we could easily attach our personal vision and goals to. Because of our platform of love, marriage, and partnership, we came into a space, just like Antonio said, we didn't have to pick up anything. It was, we brought us into it and just came in serving. And because of the beautiful platform that was provided, we had an opportunity just to showcase royalty and to showcase the beauty of that, and to do it as a husband and wife. And that was one of the things that was so refreshing and that we just love. Because we had an opportunity to do this thing together. And I believe that's why we were so well received when we went places. One, we always say we go to be great customers. That's how we get good customer service. And so that was one of the things that we want to promote and put out there to say, hey, there's so many wonderful things about the state of Mississippi. Let's make sure that we are the face of that, or at least one of the faces. One of, how does that sound? But nonetheless, we just had a great time, and we were so well received and just patronizing different places throughout the metro area here in the state.
And we always said, no matter what we did, number one is love, marriage, and partnership. Number one, period. But we also wanted to say that Positive Mississippi started with us. We didn't want to wait on nobody else to change that narrative, but we want to do it ourselves. That's why Friday features were so important to us, because we wanted to go around and show people how there's so many beautiful people right here in Mississippi who are doing some great things. And by us being who we are, we got a chance to go, like you stated earlier, to the state capitol. We got a tour with the state capitol, one with our son and one with by ourselves. We got a chance to go to the governor's mansion. We didn't go inside at the time, but we did get a chance to patronize the security guard and go and take a picture in front of the governor's mansion. We got a chance to visit so many different businesses, to see ourselves go to the Children's Museum with our son and having the little girl run up to my wife and just be in awe of her crown, and go to a function where we was at a table and all the children asking, "Are you a princess? Are you a this?" You know, they're just being in awe, because a lot of people never see that. They never get a chance to see people who look like them in this position. So from start to finish, it's been incredible. All 2019 throughout 2020 has been absolutely incredible.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes. And that's, you said a great point, King James, that so many do not get to see just out in the presence. And that's why I really love how you guys represent the pageant. You wear your stole, your man sash, because I just don't like the word stole, and your crown, Natasha, and your sash so well. And just going out there, being such amazing examples. That is what it's about. It's the showcasing, it's the light, it's just being that example. Because yes, other than on once a year on the Miss Universe pageant, they see somebody walking down, a runway. Some of those young women, they were like, we'll never do that, because we're not gonna, be in a swimsuit. And that's one thing we don't have in our pageant. So for those who are wondering, no swimsuits at all. It's your evening gown. It is just your interview attire. And we had some fun last year, James, didn't we? And Natasha, at that interview, that was amazing. And we're gonna do a mock interview for those who are coming. Not for those who are yes, in September, because we just want people to be comfortable, because that was hilarious. James and Natasha was leading that up, and we got to see some scared folks. So James and Natasha, I'm gonna bring on our very huge major announcement, and I'm gonna also bring on back on Kathy Amos, because we have reigning with us our very first prince. And I've always wanted a prince. I've been trying to get a prince. So a prince is the unmarried male. So he's like a Joseph in the palace. And so welcome, Prince Jonathan, to our pageant. You are Mr. Mississippi 2020, reigning, ruling. And how are you?
I'm doing extremely well. Since COVID, I'm usually traveling a lot because I am a recording artist. So I'm usually traveling, but since the pandemic, I've been at home, just meditating, reading my Bible. Mm-hmm. And I'm just super duper excited, because I tell people all the time that I'm literally just in awe of what God is doing. Just being at home and reaping all the benefits of what God is doing is truly amazing. And I'm just truly humbled and just excited about it.
Yes, we are happy to have you. So, so Kathy was like, there's this young man and he'd just be so awesome. Cause I just, she's like, he can sing and he's just so awesome. He's a man of God. And she really spoke well about you, because Kathy is very particular in who she refer because she also know me. Like, I'm just like, oh no. So she was like, I'm gonna pray about this, because she was like, God has given me the answer and the access. And sure enough, here you are. So you are an answer to prayer. You are also a first. And so I love being first, and you are a first. So you are first fruits. You are an alpha, and that's amazing, because especially because it's from Mississippi again, because Mississippi, they like to pack their state and represent it well. It's also a turning point for the nation, because there has been so much racism that has taken place and so much stuff in Mississippi. I know you guys are working on changing your flag, your song, your motto, just changing the whole state as a whole. And because there's just some things there that was not applicable in today's daytime. It was never applicable. So Jonathan, we are excited. We are so thrilled. We can't wait to get to hand you the scepter, as it's a leadership role. It's a showing what you already do. What is your platform, by the way?
Yes, I am a gospel award-winning recording artist. I have JH Consulting with stocks and investments. I'm a motivational speaker, author, and all around just a lover of kids. Also, I was the Shiloh District Youth President for over 5 years, and that was over 500 youth. I was the president over 500 youth. And so that's my main goal, bringing youth and telling them to, not give up, and you can make it, because I'm in my 20s. And to do all this right now in my 20s, I know further in age that God is going to literally blow my mind. So that's what I'm doing. And just seeing what else God has in store for me. But mostly my number one was just with music, and now
awesome
these other things.
Right. So and here's a cool thing. So what the pageant will do for you is just amplify that which you were already doing. We have a catapult anointing in the pageant. So the minute the person says yes, they become a part of it. Even before you get the sash and the crown, it's already, because you said yes, and because you already are, and you are already first, that's just going to take off. And so it will take off. We support each other. We promote that which you guys are doing. We, we'll showcase you whenever you're ready to blow some pipes. Just let us know. We'll go live. We'll give you the space. And we are excited that you're with us, because then you can show your gift. And we have so many. It's been a strong desire. And I know James is the same way. Antonio, my husband Cavell, as well as Joe, and Shanita's husband, Mr. Nolan, and all the men that are in the pageant, Joshua, for our young boys, because a lot of them are fatherless. And so having you being such a representative, and to show that you can be royal and saved and swag all at the same time, is what we are so excited about. Because a lot of people sometimes think that being in God is boring, or you can't be doing a singing or doing a talent, or in James and Natasha case, designing and running entrepreneurship business. Genesis is has the clinicals, therapist practice, and so everyone in here is a profession. Even Kathy, Kathy got I just say her name and all kind of business just keep dropping out. So. And so I'm really excited. I want to thank you so much from our national office or international office to you for saying yes. You have said yes to a generation of young men who had no hope. You have said yes to a generation who are fatherless, and you have said yes to the call to be able to be an example and to be a light. So it is such an amazing deal, and we look forward to seeing you the weekend of the 20th. It's also the Hebrew New Year, so we are celebrating a new year as we are shifting things. We're shifters in the pageant. We just take over. So James, do you know Jonathan? Natasha, do you guys know Jonathan? Are they frozen?
We do now.
You do now? Okay. Jonathan, me, James, and Natasha.
You know him through the introduction.
True. Awesome. And then there are the Cables as well, who are also in Mississippi. Monica and Joshua. And then we have Kimberly Rome, who's also in Mississippi. So we're going to have a whole Mississippi van that is probably going to be coming full throttle. And there's probably more that will be coming before that because we're going on a major marketing campaign. So we want to thank you so much. We are a pageant with a purpose. We are more than just a pageant. We use our purposes and our gifts, talents, and abilities to serve the greater good and to showcase our light and to shine really bright. So thank you guys so much. Thank you, James and Natasha. You can just hang out back there in the green room. Thank you for being amazing, king and queen. And that's even your last name too. So we are excited about that. And so we're going to bring on Lady Clarice because she's also from Mississippi. We have another Mrs. Ambassador. So Clarice, meet Jonathan. Jonathan, meet Clarice if you have not already known each other. But we did in the pageant. We always introduce each other. So welcome, Clarice. How you doing?
I am well. How are you guys this evening?
Good. We're excited to have you come up in Brookfield, Wisconsin. I know you also have some tribe that's coming with you. And so we're happy about
yes.
Yes. And Kathy, Kathy, this is your doing. You interview them, Kathy. What you got to say?
Well, first of all, I want to say to God be the glory because from what I am just seeing with my eyes here tonight is no short of God just raising people up to make this pageant do what it needs to do in the earth. And so each one of them have been called by God for such a time as this. So my thing is shine, baby, shine. And
right.
If I had to interview them, I don't know what kind of questions I would ask because I know they're here designed in purpose, on purpose, and walking in purpose. So yeah.
Absolutely. Clarice, what is your platform?
Yes, well, I am a minister. I've been ministering for some years now. I have a passion to serve in whatever capacity I can. I just have a heart for the people. And my goal is I would like to just reach women, to encourage women, to know who they are, learn who they are, learn your purpose. And I know I've been through a lot to know and learn who I am. And it wasn't until I got the sense of learn who I am in Christ. So I just want to let the women know that, you can still be beautiful from the inside out, and you don't have to live your life based on other people's views of you. I've walked in, not, low self-esteem for years. And I've just learned to love myself and love me, and God told me, be you. So it was the beginning, but when I got it, I got it.
You did. When I first met you, what I told you, I said, I like the blonde girl. You keep it going on. Do the glitz and the glad. You can see me. This is my dress down. This is my casual attire. But wait till you see me in September. So I want everyone in our pageant to know, dress up, bring the bling. And I know you have a t-shirt business as well, which we will be showcasing, helping to, again, patronize.
I have some ideas for the pageant as well.
Bring them on. Bring them
something special.
Ideas. Yes, that is awesome because we're family. And especially because you're an ambassador, there is not really a conflict of interest. So you can, absolutely. Bring it on. We'll showcase, we'll shine, we'll let people know what you're doing. And for those of you that are, again, on the fence and saying, I'm not a pageant person, well, again, you've seen it this evening. We've showcased, we've shown you that we can take just leaders in the community that's, ages 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And Joe just turned the whopping good old 70 years old. And he still got his swag walking down and doing the dance. Him and Kathy had the introductory dance, the welcome, the opening number. We're going to have some fun and amazing time. So yes, Clarice, we want to thank you so much. And each of you that are on here tonight, you can please put your Cash App in the stream so that individuals can support you, because you all have to be journeying in about 40 days, a little bit, maybe about 50 days to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The pageants do have a cost with it. And so we would love if you all support every single person that is on here. So drop your PayPal, your Cash App in here. We celebrate you and want you to host events. Do your own coronation in your states and in your cities. Gather your families together. You know, they can do drive-bys. They don't have to come close by. And we're excited that places have started to open back up now. And, you know, we just are being compliant with the law of the land. But we back in business now. So we are coming. We're heading to a crowning of a nation. And that's taking place in about 50 days. So thank you again, Clarice, for joining us, our Mrs. National Ambassador. Thank you again so much. Prince Jonathan Haynes for joining us, both hailing from Mississippi, as well as our Miss Sis, Black America Senior, Kathy Amos and Joe Amos, Mr. Black America Senior, joining us here this evening. So I want to thank you guys so much. I have you just go back again, hang out in the green room while we come to bring this thing to a close. Thank you guys so much. All right, folks. So we have the celebrity, Mr. Jonathan Haynes, a recording gospel artist, and he will be doing some stuff, and we are going to be supporting him whenever he drops his music or whenever he gets back on tour, because he will be doing a tour. And now he can wear his, you know, sash and represent, let people know who he is, that he is Mr. Mississippi, and he's a ruler, and he's reigning, and he has a purpose and living his life with meaning. And so we're excited about that. So we are, so quick announcement, we are hosting the Crowning of a Nation, which is simply an event where we will be crowning our women and giving and sashing our women and men on September 20th, 2020. So 9/20/2020, it's called the Crowning of a Nation. They're coming from the east, the west, the north, and the south. We will have by that day at least 20 individuals that will be 20 states, that will be joining us there for the Crowning of a Nation. It's simply a way to showcase, to be crowned, to be legit, for you to see it. And you might be saying, Dr. Carolyn, I want to sign up as Mrs. North Carolina, or, you know, I feel like I need to be Ms. Idaho. I got a joke about Idaho, but I ain't going to say it tonight. So, but you was like, I can't make it on 20th because I have something else. That's fine. We will mail you your sash and your crown. And there may be another opportunity, for you to be able to join us. However, if by all means necessary, there is nothing like showing up, right, Genesis? When you show up, we celebrate those who do what, Genesis?
Show up and show up on time.
There's something that happens in the presence. I remember, Mr. and Mrs. Florida, as they getting ready to jump off, last year, towards the end of the pageant. And she said, Donna, she messaged our assistant at the time and said she doesn't think she can make it and stuff. And she was like, Dr. Carolyn not getting back to me. She wanted to schedule a meeting with me, Genesis. And just like I'm not looking at her right now, that's exactly what I did. I just completely ignored her. I was like, y'all figure it out. Your son, I believe it was your son at school, or, Tony's also a coach. I said, they'll figure it out. And then my staff at the time, they were like, she keeps calling and messaging. She wants to talk to you. She's not coming. I said, oh, she'll be there. And so when she walked in Genesis that day, I looked at her. She looked at me like, well, you're here. And see, look at God. If I had not ignored you, you would have never showed up.
Now, what an impact, right? Oh, my goodness. How you've impacted so many people.
Like a queen. She walked in like, I got this. I'm Mrs. Florida, and she's just be smiling. He'd be smiling and stuff, and it was fun. It was some intense moments because rehearsals they intense. And Miss Shirley's coming back, so we have our choreographer, and so it's gonna be fun, guys. It's gonna be fun. We have some rehearsals, but this is a mini scale to the pageant. So it's very minuscule. Madonna and Tony, for those of you who are the Mr. and Mrs. division, they'll be calling and chatting and sharing with you. You'll have your special meetings there. Same thing for the Ms. and Tony and Joe. I'm gonna have you help with the Mr. division and stuff. So I want to thank you again, Tony and Donna, for joining me this evening. Thank you so much, Genesis. Any final words that you want to share as we get ready to close here. So I'll let you go, Tony, first.
Well, I'd just like to say to the guys, I just want to encourage them because I know that this is something that is so very new to them. But I would like to say that you're going to have a fantastic time. You're in the presence of royalty, and everyone brings something special that you can glean from. So just more power to you.
Awesome sauce.
And for me, I just keep hearing, let's have fun. One of the things that Dr. Carolyn mentioned earlier, even for some of the contestants that didn't necessarily get crowned that night, we are all still a family. We all still communicate. We all still pray for each other, reach out. So I'm just looking forward to the new relationships. I'm a relationship person. I love relationships.
Yeah,
so
me too.
for me, it's all about building new relationships and establishing new foundations with those individuals that are now coming on.
Yes, awesome. We have new family members, Genesis, and then Kathy, and then.
Well, I will say the same thing too, as far as creating which is to me, is to be a part of a family that embraces you, a part of a family that encourages brilliancy. And when you think of the word brilliancy, it is the crown that we have on our head. It is the shining that we're doing every single day. It's the light that we bring. And that's what we do as a family. We allow each other to shine. We encourage one another to shine bright. And that's my encouragement. Those who are out there, be the gem that you are, because we're going to make it mega brilliancy, mega brightness, mega light. So we are excited to not only showcase brilliancy, but to truly bring out the DNA of royalty and those who are coming about. So yes, as I always say, rock your royal and rep your royalty, because that's important. We have royalty in our DNA.
Awesome. Thank you, Kathy. Kathy, you want to say your final?
Yes, I just want to say life is so much better after 50. And for those of you that are out there that need encouragement, reach out to me. I can tell you my journey, and my journey has been phenomenal. This is by far one of the best decisions that I've made. So I encourage you to come on board.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. You guys can just hang out there as we come to a close. So you guys heard that firsthand. And we have we have brand new is Ms. Wisconsin 2020. She is actually in Kenya, Africa. I'm telling y'all, we got famous people in our pageant. She's in Kenya, Africa, ministering. Her announcement was last week, Saturday, and I believe she left on Sunday. And she's still there in the continent of Africa, ministering. And so we want to give a shout out to Ms. Wisconsin 2020. Let her name come back to me, Lord. Kira Carter. So Miss Wisconsin 2020. We also have our first Prince Junior. So we've had princesses that were junior and preteen last year, and we have our first. It's Mr. Jaden Brown. He is 7 years old. He's the son of Mr. and Mrs. Florida 2020. And so Jaden, I want to give you a shout out because I know you're watching. So Mr. Florida Junior preteen. So Prince Jaden, he's a YouTuber. He's very famous, very well known. He's a celebrity. So we're so excited to have you. We also have Miss Georgia 2020, who's also another celeb. And also Mr. and Mrs. Georgia, who will be announced this weekend, but they're already approved, is a huge, big time. They are also very well known internationally. And so we're excited about that. Thank you again, Ms. Black America Linda Randall, for being with us. I want to give a shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Virginia 2020, Shanita and her husband, Mr. Nolan, Kimberly Rome, Joshua and Monica Cable, Mr. and Mrs. Mississippi. We have, again, Donna tonight who joined us, and we have national ambassadors, Ms. Alicia Perry and Eureka Patton is an ambassador. We have James and Natasha. We also have Rachel Russell, who's an international ambassador. I don't know if she's joining us here this evening. If you are, Rachel, thank you so much for being with us. We also have Lenice McGee, who is a national ambassador in the state of Wisconsin. We have, who did I forget? Somebody, but forgive me. It's all good. I love you. And Keval, you want to come and just say hello?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I want to say greetings to all the wonderful kings, queens, prince, and princesses, and welcome to this royal family. We're redefining what royalty is all about and introducing to many who don't even have the concept of royalty.
Right.
We can walk as kings and queens and walk in royalty and display our tremendous platforms that we've been taught it over. But now you're getting a greater platform to be able to have a greater impact. And we have influence in the spheres for where we serve, but now it's a greater influence.
Right.
And so this is just wonderful. I am looking forward to meeting all of the men and the kings and the princes who have come in. I think it's going to be great. We're going to have a great year. And I'm looking forward to meeting each of you in person.
As we would say, it
Yeah.
has been a great year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're excited. Awesome. So yes, we want to thank you again so much for joining us this evening. We also have added to the pageant the USA Global. So that is a new title or new pageant that we've added to the MMBA pageant, which we will share more about that in person at the crowning of a nation. And so we want to thank you guys for watching us this evening, but you can join us, be a part of that. We have some exciting, fun things that will be happening. We have some special guests that will be joining us at the crowning of a nation. And we'll be going also all over the globe, all over the world. So we're excited. And so when you see the USA Global pageant, that's a part of us. So you'll begin to see that. And then the World Global pageant is what the national title holders will be competing for on an international level when we join with other countries from across the world. And so we are just ecstatic about what the pageant is you look weird, just like stuck. I can take it from here. Unless you got something to say.
I got my 2 cents in.
You did. I want to thank you so much.
All right, y'all. Thank you all for being on tonight. It was phenomenal. You're just having a great impact, and it's going to be just fantastic.
Right.
It has been already.
Awesome. All right. Put some powder on your forehead.
Yeah, my tiny forehead.
It was just weird. I'm just like, why is he standing here? So we have so much fun together. So I'm excited, guys. Men, this is what your stole is going to look like. We give you also a scepter. It was what Esther's husband held up, a scepter, and it's also referred in the biblical days in the Bible. And it stands for leadership and authority. And so we're going to give you one of those as well to be able to lead and to rule and to reign with us. So good evening again, everyone. Thank you all so much. Thank you to our national ambassadors. All of you, thank you for those who are contestants. Thank you for those who are team members. Genesis, I'm looking forward to your mother being a part of our pageant because she's coming. I know she is. I can feel it in my bones. So thank you again, everyone. We also, as I stated before, have the USA Global pageant. We're excited about what's happening. We have some press releases coming up. We have some television opportunities that are coming up, and there are some major things that are happening on the 20th, like I said, of September. So come from all over the globe and be with us. To be in the evening of that evening, for if you're not with the pageant, the guests are just $20 to come and be seated, COVID compliant. And so once the room reaches its capacity, we can no longer have anyone there. So come and experience a royal event. We do also have a banquet that evening. And some other cool stuff. All right. So good evening again, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We will give you the shout outs for those who we did not get a chance to answer in full. We want to thank you again. Thanks, everyone. Be a part of the Royal Court. Register, apply today, www.mmbapageant.com, where you can become the famous next, state national ambassador. Let your fame go across the world. And we're so happy to have you join us. You never know what can happen and who you will meet in the space of where we are. All right. So have a good evening. God bless you. And may prosperity always be your portion. So shine bright because you are royalty. And we're so happy that you took time out to be with us this evening. I pray that you join us and become a part of our royal family. We are a pageant with a purpose. Have a good night.